That sign right there. One more time. Let me get at least two stomps. Two stomps. You know,
One hop this time. Right foot, two stomps. Left foot, two stomps.
Oh, we have it down, you know. It's all right, bro. You'll see one day, man. You know, it ain't nothing wrong, but you know, you'll come along straight.
Joel to the 3 verse
It's
9.
all good, man. Ain't no pressure, man. No pressure.
Let's meditate. Intake. Cry loud and spare not. Let's get it.
I'm watching that clock like we in the fourth quarter. Messiah is coming, it's almost the hour. We roll with 144,000. He blessed the elect, yeah, he's showing his power. And I've been fasting, so that mean I'm hungry. So that mean the demons I have to devour. Reading Ephesians, I don't fight with flesh and blood. I fight with principality and powers. Please tell the evil, don't challenge me. My name is humble, I gotta be, I'm a descendant from the tribe of Benjamin. Don't wake the wolf up inside of me, Heaven to hell, bottom of top. I pick the top like a lottery, Get it? Lottery top pick. I pick the top like a lottery,
Before y'all go, the reason that we're out here to wake up our people, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. The most important thing, God is building an army. We have Marines, we got the Green Beret, we got the Rangers, we got them, all of them. But there's no army that's greater than the Most High's army. That's all these people on this side, he's putting us all together, bringing us together in these last days. Because if you actually look at the news, there's declaration of war, World War III. There's only one thing that can protect us from the bombs, from the missiles, from the nuclear destruction, from the M16 as Cap was mentioned. Only one thing. Go ahead.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yep.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
So the thing that y'all are seeing, us going out to the streets, we're just teaching the Bible. But what we're actually doing, we're preparing war. Preparing war, trying to wake up the mighty men. Go ahead.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Let all the men of war draw near. So these two brothers came up. Y'all three, y'all four came up. Now he's saying prepare the mighty men. So there's a reason that y'all are here. He's trying to get y'all prepared for the future, for tomorrow, for the next hour, for the next month. Because really, the only way for us to change the way our life is we got to look at the past. That's where it starts. We can't have a better future if we never learn from the past. We're bound to make those mistakes every single day. You got something? Connor, go ahead and read this.
Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
Right.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
That's it. Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's it. So have y'all tuned into the news? What's happening around the world? Sonia Macy, Botham Jean, Michael Brown. Have y'all tuned into that? No? Okay. So we'll give y'all a little bit of information. Marcellus Williams as well. So it's a quick rundown, maybe like 30 seconds or so. So a brother, innocent, he was deaf. He had cerebral palsy. So he had issues moving. He couldn't hear. There's a police that came up. He heard a report. There was a report that was actually given on to a white man. But the white man, they just took his word face value. They said, it wasn't me. The guy across the street wasn't even nowhere near the zone or the store. He's the one that was harassing me. They asked no questions. They drove to him. He has cerebral palsy, keep in mind, and he was deaf. So he can't hear anything that they're saying. He can't move his arms. He can't move his legs, hardly. But what they're saying, what did they end up doing, Cap?
They end up beating him and tasing him, man. Not trying to charge him for that.
Right. They beat him so much that the man's hands were swollen. 3 cops held him down. His hands were swollen. But they touched an innocent brother. So now, when we look at that today, when we're just walking to Publix or going to the movie theater, that same thing can happen to us.
Right.
If we're not sent. Let me get Psalms 34 a second. Read this right here. If we're not actually having that angel of protection that surrounds us. So when we go back to what can we do in order to make sure we're safe every single day? You got that?
Book of Psalms 34.
Verse 7.
And verse 7.
Bring it out.
Read this.
They stole it.
So this is talking about our heritage, our history, our safety, our reassurance, anything that we can possibly think of. White America has did what? They did what?
They stole it.
They stole it. our heritage, our culture, any resemblance of the family unit. They stole it from us. So how can we rebuild it? Go ahead.
But you must return it.
So we have to return it. Now we got to figure out and look back at the past. What did they actually steal? This is the greatest secret on earth. This is the God's chosen people. Our history. They stole. They stole. If you look at this sign right here, actually we didn't even ask. Where y'all from, by the way? Fort Pierce. Father, so-called black, Hispanic, Haitian. Okay. So Levi, all praises. We get Deuteronomy 33 and verse 7. So this is the greatest secret on the face of this earth, because when we grow up, we go to school, we're only taught our history starts and ends as slaves.
Right.
We don't think anything outside of that. We never even consider we're a royalty. We never consider we're a nation of kings and priests. We never consider that the whole world could not touch us at all. But we were sent from one land to a whole nother land to just in a book of wars. It's a book of Joshua. It's a book of wars. It's a book of conquest. 1 land, 2 land, 3 land, 30 different plots of land. Now it's ours because the Most High, He was with us. He gave it to us as we follow His commandments. But when we go back to that, we're giving back that land. We're giving back our heritage. We're giving back the things that were stolen from us. Go ahead. Yes. Come. Oh, actually, select. Read this. Continue to read.
Usually the thief must take responsibility and pay equal value for what he stole.
Right.
However,
You would think that these people that stole from you is going to return what they stole. But we're in America. That return is never going to happen. Just like with reparations. We're looking and expecting reparations. That's never going to happen. Oh, y'all brothers head out? Oh, y'all didn't even say nothing?
Y'all
Come on now.
man.
At least-
Y'all
come
get
on.
a dab or something. Y'all brothers up, man. Yeah, Joe, man.
dab up.
That was nice, man.
Y'all have a good night.
What's up, my
brothers.
brother?
So look on the back of that flyer. That's just going to our history. Y'all are Israelites and God's chosen people.
We got a school, man, not far from here, bro. Come to the school, man. We're going to invite you to the Shabbat.
I got
We got Shabbat service. Come, what else? 12 o'clock we start service?
Yes.
12 o'clock we got service. Get that brother number, bro.
All the information.
Yes.
It's going to be next Shabbat. It's going to be Saturday.
Yes. That one I need to get.
I'll be next Saturday.
All that, man.
We just kept them talking.
Tabernacle coming up, man.
That's what I need to get. All that, man.
Israelites. Y'all believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all have read it though. Because it's one part, we believe in it, but when we read it, it's whole completely different. So in the Bible it talks about Israel. Israel from the Old Testament, quote unquote, to the New Testament. Now, what's the significance behind Israel? Are y'all familiar? Okay. So when you go to school, your teacher says y'all's names. They're like, hey, you got an A, you got an A, you got an A, you got an A, you got an A. Y'all on the charts. Y'all did fantastic. Shout out to these people. These are the greatest students that I have. Now the Most High God, Most High God has a favorite people, and that's the Israelites. So what we're out here to do is to teach the so-called blacks and Hispanics that they're God's chosen people. The people. Let me get Deuteronomy 76. It's very, very important because it's not something that we don't hear often. We never hear praise. We never hear things. We never hear any sort of admonition. But what we do when we come back to this history, because the Bible is just history, pure history. When we come back, then we have a new and a renewed mindset. Let's get that.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art holy people,
Right?
unto the Lord thy God.
Some context. Deuteronomy 1:1.
Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
Because it's important. This Bible, when you read it, is not talking about everyone. It's talking specifically about these people that's on this sign. And that's something that I want y'all to at least leave from today with. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all Israel. He didn't say the entire world. He said all Israel. So now let's go back.
The book of
Hold
Deuteronomy.
on, brother.
Hold on for a second, my brother.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people
Right?
unto the Lord thy God.
Uh-huh.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
Holy means separate. Go ahead.
to be a special people,
Right.
unto himself
Right.
above all people
Y'all hear
upon
that?
the face of the earth.
Is it below all people? I don't know. I got 5. I got 10 ears. I guess no one had any ears to hear that. Let's read that again.
To be a special people unto himself
Uh-huh.
above all people
So,
that are upon
if-
the face of the earth.
It's above.
Above. Right. Now, when you hear that, what does that sound like? Does that sound like God he's prejudiced or he's racist? Because he said above all people. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean the white man or the Asian man? Now, if these Israelites, we don't see them on this chart. What does that mean when we look at ourselves and we look at them? How should we see ourselves?
If the Most High God just put you above, how do you see yourself with everybody else?
At the top.
Are you equal?
Also, basically, no.
Right.
Above everybody else.
We're at the top. But there's something that we have to do. What is that thing that we got to do in order to stay at the top? Because right now, if you look, Olympics, basketball, NBA, NFL,
NFL.
hey, we're at the top.
Right.
Consistently. It's a reason, but how can we stay at the top? Because at any point we can get injured and now no one thinks about us, no one cares about us. How can we make sure we stay at the top? Keep on going. There's something specific. 10 and 12. This is the last scripture before y'all go. God, 10 and 12.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
And now Israel.
And now Israel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of y'all. Now keep in mind, God is consistently talking about Israel. And now Israel, go ahead.
What doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So your requirements throughout life, you're gonna have this question: what is my purpose on earth? I'm sure y'all have thought about that. Y'all are what? High school, getting ready to go to college. Okay, all great. It's okay. Some time to get prepared for.
I was going to say.
But that's a thing. Like once you go from high school or to college, whenever you're in the age where you got to think about, now I'm going to have to either get out the house or figure out what I'm going to have to do in the future. Y'all, we got couples here. What are y'all going to do?
You're fine.
Hey, that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
What are y'all going to do when it comes to the future? Building up households, starting families.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing. Right. But now, is there instruction? Because, within our household, within our community, we don't have instruction on how to have a strong family. We don't have instruction on how to communicate properly. We don't have any sort of instruction. But how can y'all guarantee a success for y'all's future? Hey, I guess no one wants success for the future. That's okay. Go ahead. Continue that. 10 and 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Read it again.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Go ahead.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
So that's it. That's our whole duty. Our requirement is to fear God and keep His commandments. So if y'all want success in the relationship, in the future, business-wise, you gotta come back to these laws. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Y'all have a good night. Y'all are Israelites. Keep the commandments.
Hallelujah.
Don't wanna try it, so it's all with his. Repent, the time is now, cause you can't talk.